morning, welcome back to Tarot Tats and Tea and to the last day of 2023. Yes, it's December the 31st, 2023. And I don't know about you out there, but the year has really flown for me. It's had its ups and its downs. Thankfully, we've had, well, I'm not actually going to say it because I might just put the black spot on it, but it's not been a bad year. I have some Christmas goodies to share with you, so I'm going to do that first, and then later on I'm going to make another video on my what I use for my year ahead spread. So for now, I'm just going to share some goodies, a couple of books, and have a look at, well, how lovely they are and how lucky, how very lucky I am. I very much appreciate my husband, my children, my mum, sister and brother, and I've been so lucky. It's actually surprised me immensely. Now, I'm also going to share with you a very handy tip. I'll leave that till later on. Now, first of all, I was so lucky. My youngest son, he lives away from home. He lives in Ireland, and we don't see him a lot. But he came down before Christmas because he couldn't share Christmas with us this year because he works in the caring industry, and he really does give it his all, as does my daughter. She's also in the same area of work. Both of them, one going into nursing, the other one is a carer, and also doubles as a ward clerk in a hospital here in Dublin. And my daughter is studying to get her nursing degree whilst working in a hospital. So I'm very lucky. I've got two kids who don't mind. No, kids, they're adults. I keep calling them kids, but I suppose when they're 100, they'll still be my children, you know. But they give up their time, Christmases, New Year's, bank holidays, and dedicate to their job, and I'm so proud of them. So when my youngest young man came down here, it was the Wednesday before Christmas, and gave me a lovely gift. It totally blew me away. He knows everything that I'm into. He loves everything I'm into. In fact, he actually started, before he started all his work and his study, he started to read the tarot as well, and it's something that he is hoping when he gets more time and when his work quiets down, that he too can spend a little more time in this area, dedicating some time to his own interest in the tarot. But he turned up with, because another passion of mine is gaming. Yep, I'm a silver surfer and I love gaming. And he bought me a Nintendo Switch. I was blown away. I would never in a million years expect something like that, and it was lovely to see. My other son, he bought me brand new speakers for my computer because mine were banjaxed, and so he got me them along with this tarot spreads. Okay, it's a tarot spread yearbook. And there's 52 tarot spreads for getting to know yourself. It's by Chelsea Pippin Mitzi, and it's illustrated by Cara Hudson. Enhance your life with a tarot spread for every week of the year. Discover a deeper connection with yourself, your instincts, and the world around you, all through exploring the power of the tarot. Arranged over 4 seasons of growth, shadow, change, and care, the 52 unique spreads work with any tarot deck and explore all aspects of life, from friendship to family, career to confidence, from simple spreads for quick and easy reading to more complex spreads for a deeper dive. The power of tarot is a tool for self-knowledge and is laid out in easy-to-follow steps. Perfect for the beginner just getting to know the deck, and the more experienced reader looking to find new ways to engage with their cards. The Tarot Spreads Yearbook shows you how to make tarot a must-have tool on your journey through life. Also, books that would accompany this, or not accompany, but certainly complement this, would be The Witch's Yearbook and Mood Crystals. So this is an example of the type of tarot spreads you can look at. Okay, so this one is change, resources, work with change, pay attention to themes, discover, a route to change, how my relationships to my resources need to change, why this relationship needs to change, something I'll gain from this change, how to be kind to myself while I make this change. And they're all set out on very colourful pages with instructions here about the spread, and then the questions to ask for each card in that spread and each position. As you can see, that is standard throughout the book. Okay. and then it tells you about the cycle of growth and the various other cycles that this book covers. And each cycle is color coded. So you have your green cycle for growth, for choice, sorry, growth. You have shadow and change come in yellows and orange, and then you have more green again at the back with change and care. Okay, and it tells you about each section at the beginning of that particular chapter or season. It talks about intentions, and there's it gives you a sample reading, and then it gives you a tarot glossary, which for beginners is very, very handy. For the more seasoned, whether you refer to it or not, I don't think you would need to myself. It tells you how to use this book, and although that's a nice guide, you use it how you feel best fits you. That's my take on the majority of tarot books, etc. You work with them how you feel it suits you. They're there as guides, remember. This is how this person uses them, but how you take their information and then make it yours is down to you. But I think this is going to be a nice little book to journey through 2024. I do have a new journal for 2024, and it's something that I'm taking up that I'm going to show here because it starts tomorrow, but I think I'm going to be putting everything off the shelf here because I've got so much stacked on top of it. That was a save. And it is the Ritual Journal. It's 2024 Ritual Planner, okay? And you fill it in starting tomorrow. It's got the houses, the planets, etc., etc. How to use this journal. It's on a ring spine, so it's easy to turn. It has daily drawers, and it's all laid out for you. Okay, like here, I've gone through to April there. Let's get back to January and see how we start in January. So this is one that I ordered quite a sort of midway through last year, put a pre-order in for it, and it starts off, you get the calendar for the month, okay, so that's January, and then on the next page you start. Now you can, when you ask for it, you can ask for it to be set out with a 1 card spread or more. I decided to go with the 5. I can still use it as a 1 card spread if I want to, but the option to use it as a 5 card spread is here too. And you can write about each one underneath there and reflection on it. Let's turn the page, see what else doing. Yeah, and then this week we draw a 1 card for this week and write the notes on it, and then 3 cards for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday and Sunday. So start the week with 1 card, write the notes about it, and then each day after has a 3 card spread. But this one here, month ahead spread, which is love, money, work, health and spirit, you write about them and reflect on them, and then it's really nice because you've got those notes that at the end of the month you can refer back to and say, well, did this go according to my spreads and my pulls? And it'd be very interesting to keep a track of. And that's how this works all the way through. You've got other things to write down for release, allow, how do I feel, change, gratitude. Now you see, this is all very well Elaine Murphy having this book, but it's keeping it up. So, well, I'll get to this bit afterward, come back to that if I don't forget. So there's a journal that I have and my tarot spread book from my son. My daughter, Amy, bought me my first ever set of Vans trainers or shoes, and a lovely bottle of perfume that I have coveted for a while. So I was extremely lucky. The 3 of my children have treated me like a queen. Hubby purchased for me a new camera that I'm hoping to set up today in order that I can have it angled down looking at my year ahead spread. So that's why I'm going to try and use that later on. And he also bought me a little mini printer. Now this prints from my phone. If I see an image I like that I want to use in my tarot, it prints out a little image of it that I can stick down in my tarot book. I've tested it out, and yes, it works. I have a little example that I'll show you on my hints and tips later on. The tarot deck that my husband purchased for me is the Claire Duval's Le Tarot Arthurian, and it's illustrated by Anna Torian. So I am absolutely delighted to receive this. It's absolutely gorgeous. Everything is in French, so I'm not going to try and read it. But what I am going to do is use a hint and tip that Simon from the Hermit's Cave shown an example of, how he took a photograph of the page, he wanted to understand what it meant, put it into Google Translate, and it translated it into English. I was really delighted with that. I did do that with the back, read it out, and also with some of the pages in the book. The book is gorgeous as well. It's all in French, illustrated, beautiful colour illustrations, and again, you can interpret it. If you don't speak French, you can interpret it using Google Translate or any other translating tool that you have to hand. Why did I order it if it's in French? Because it's beautiful. It's a stunning deck. I do believe, I believe Anna Torian works with people that she has faith in, and therefore I do. And the deck is beautiful. It's colour on that's the back. It's gold edged, and these are the sort of images. Okay, and that's our Fool. Isn't he just gorgeous? It's a little tag, I'll file that down there. So that's our Fool, and I just think he's so adorable looking. And it makes a change to have a more mature Fool, you know, which indicates to us, because we see so many butterflies, and butterflies are indicative of transformation and change. And as we go through life, we're not always that young, age-wise person stepping out off the edge and going to do something new, but it can happen to us repeatedly throughout our lives and into our old age. And this indicates that transformation can happen at any time, be young or old, and to just follow those steps, you know. The Magician, the Magician is beautiful, absolutely stunning. I just love this. There's our Magician. If this deck came out in English, would I purchase it a second time? Yeah, I would, and I would keep this French version because it's the first one, and I'm actually going to try and read with these. Isn't that stunning? Isn't that just absolutely stunning? That's our High Priestess. That's very different, isn't it? Then we have the Empress. And the Emperor. Our Hierophant, and you can see the artwork is very much Anna Torian. It's just simply beautiful. The Lovers. I like the Chariot. I really do like the Chariot. Wait till I show you this one. Isn't that gorgeous? Justice. Oh, King Arthur and the Knights of the Round Table. There we go. What did I say one was? I didn't say the Hermit, but if I said the Hermit, I was wrong. Let me just see. The Hierophant. No, that's right, the Hierophant, yeah. And here we go. Here's our Hermit. I love that Hermit. And the Wheel of Fortune. Ah, wow. Oh, I do like this Wheel of Fortune. Strength. The Hanged Man is very different. La Pendue. He's very, very different. And I'd say that's open for interpretation so many different ways. Death. Temperance. And we have the elements of fire and water there as well. And the earth and air. The Devil. He's some fine looking devil. Oh, wow. Tower. My goodness. It's almost like the fall of nations, as opposed to, you know, the two dragons, the red and white dragon. It's like the War of the Roses type of thing, the red and the white. Now, just work something out here. Just get these here. Let's have a look. The moon, the sun, judgment, that must be the world. It's not in the right order, is it? Isaac 7, nice it is. We've got the moon. That should be at the end, I think. I might have the wrong name for that actually. But there's judgment, there's the sun. Judgment and the world. Now, I'm not going to go through all the what do you call it? It's all the minors, just to flick through to give you an idea. What, isn't that beautiful? The cup, that's on the front cover. Ace of Cups there. Beautiful. That reminds me very much of the Strength card, doesn't it? But it's the Chevalier of Batons, the Knight of Wands. Beautiful. I think it's the Knight, not the Page anyway. Roy de Patons, yeah, it's the Knight. Okay, so these people are Anatorians, the Tarot Arthurian, and it's beautiful. It's definitely worth having. I have pre-ordered her Tarot of Echoes, and I'm looking forward to the arrival of that. And I've pre-ordered, is it the Four Winds Tarot, the new one from Tarotica that's coming through this next year. It's I believe it's going to be quite it's four majors, 4 sets of majors, which is going to be something quite quirky, something different. So it'll be interesting to see how I get on with them. So that's that. How do I think I'd use those when the four major deck, one deck of cards with 4 sets of majors? I'm not sure. I'll come to that when it arrives. So that's one of my other Christmas gifts, along with the 2 pre-orders and a pre-order of another tarot book. Now, non-tarot, new book by Robert Galbraith, The Running Grave, and this is one in the Strike novel series. As we know, Robert Galbraith is a pseudonym for J.K. Rowling, who writes these adult books, these adult detective stories, and I have to say they're brilliant. And I have quite a collection of these now, and I love them. Another one that I had some Christmas money with, I bought this book, The Binding. I bought this on the ferry coming home, actually. Was it on the ferry? No, it wasn't. We went to the bookshop before we went to the ferry coming home. And this is Imagine You Could Hide a Secret Forever. The Binding is by Bridget Collins. It's truly spellbinding, utterly brilliant and pure magic. And this is fascinating, evokes the atmosphere of Sarah Waters' books with a nod to Philip Pullman. A book you'll want to lose yourself in for hours on end, and that's a review by Stylist. And here's a bit of the blurb on the back. Emmett Farmer is a binder's apprentice. His job is to handcraft beautiful books and within each to capture something unique and extraordinary, a memory. If you have something you want to forget or a secret to hide, he can bind it, and you will never have to remember the pain it caused. In a vault under his mentor's workshop, row upon row of books and secrets are meticulously stored and recorded. Then one day, Emmett makes an astonishing discovery. One of the volumes has his name on it. A rich Gothic entertainment that explores what books have trapped in them and reminds us of the power of storytelling. So this is something I'm really going to enjoy, right up my street. So folks, I'm not going to keep you too much longer, except I just want to share a tip. Now, this is one my mum shared with me whilst I was with her over the Christmas period, and it's one that a financier shared on, I think it was Good Morning Britain or something like that. And it's the 1 penny challenge. So here in Ireland, I call it the 1 cent challenge. And basically, I decided to do this because I'm really rubbish at saving. And when it comes to Christmas, you know, you sort of go, oh God, can't wait to get my pension, or I can't wait to get this so I can buy X, Y, and Z. And then you're thinking, gosh, now how am I going to do X, Y, and Z? You know, you're always sort of robbing Peter to pay Paul. But that period after Christmas and New Year, that January seems very, very long, where, you know, you're thinking, oh my God, my pay doesn't come to the end of the month and I've got to get through this. So this jar can come in handy. I've labelled this jar. This is one of the labels I've made with my little printer there, and it's the 1 cent challenge trial. Okay, oh sorry, 1 cent challenge jar I've put on here. And I bought myself a little mason jar, £3 in where did I get it now? It was only £3 in Home Bargains, I think it was. But there you go. Handy enough, easy enough to open in case you need to pinch out of it. But that's not the idea. So you can see where I'm going with this already. This is called the 1 penny saving challenge. If you follow these instructions and just tick off every day, now like I said, this is to start tomorrow. What I think I'm going to do is backdate mine by a month, and my year will end up on the 1st of December, so that there's money for Christmas. However, I'm actually toying with the idea, will I do that? Or the alternative is, you do this from the 1st of January through to the 31st of December, and when you get that lull, either between Christmas and New Year, or that long month of January where you're struggling to get money together, you have your jar that you've saved up. You save 1 penny on the January the 1st. You save 2 pennies on January the 2nd, 3 pennies on January the 3rd, and so on and so on. The maximum amount you will put into this jar at one time is on the 31st of December 2024, where you'll put £3.65 or €3.65 or $3.65, whatever it is your currency is in. It's just to save 1 penny. You should end up at the end of that this year with 667 pounds, euros, dollars, and 95 cents, pence, whatever you use. So I have printed this off, okay, and you tick off every day. You start here with your 1 cent, then your next day you put 2 cents in, so that's equaling the 1 cent, adding another, so that's 2 cents. The next day you put 3 cents in, the next day you put 4, so it increases by a penny every day right through the year. For the last month of 2024, you'll be putting in sort of £3 up to the maximum of £3.65. And like I say, at the end of that, you should have £667.95. Now, my intention is to do this, and at the end of every month, count up any paper, any amount of coins, and put the paper equivalent in, because if I keep it as pennies, it's going to make a gargantuan task of counting it, bagging it, and taking it to the bank to get the paper money. And again, it keeps cash flowing, it keeps cash alive. Cash is king, remember. So what I suggest, if you want to do this, I can put a Word, I think I can attach a Word document in onto here, and if I can, then you can print it off yourselves and I'll share that with you. You just have to go out and buy your own jar. Okay, so here I am with good advice, good intentions, as I have done with the spread book and the journaling and now the saving. The problem is, Elaine's very good at giving advice, but not always very good at taking her own advice. So, New Year's resolution for Elaine Murphy this year is to stop procrastinating. And I'm going to put these signs in my room. Stop being a procrastinator. Get on with your writing, get on with your journaling, get on with your daily spreads, get on with your daily saving. And come January, that month where you're robbing Peter to pay Paul, you'll have your little secret stash. So folks, I'm going to go. I will wish you Happy New Year now, just in case my new camera doesn't actually pick up on my spread as quickly as I want it to. So have a good New Year. Whatever you're doing tonight to celebrate, please stay safe, take it easy, be sensible, but most of all enjoy yourself. I wish you all the best of love, luck, happiness, health and wealth for January, well, for the year of 2024 and beyond. Take care. Thanks for watching my garbling message again, my bumbling speech. Bye now.